Hello, everybody, and welcome to Genesee Community College, where we have a good one on tap for you tonight. Two longtime rivals, Elba, Notre Dame, set to square off for the Batavia Lions Club Pete Arras Memorial Tournament Small School Final. My name is Alex Brasky, alongside Chad Kowalik for the Batavia Daily News, here to take you through tonight's action. Chad, as I said before, we really should have a good one tonight. What are your thoughts on what we have coming up?
I tell you what, we're going to have a fantastic game tonight. Having been a part of this rivalry for 3 years that I played on varsity, I tell you what, there's nothing special than Elba and Notre Dame, so we should be in for a good one with a lot of playmakers on the floor tonight.
And we're off with Notre Dame winning the opening tap. Colin McCulley over to Gabe McDonald. Those are the two top scorers for the Irish. Had a great performance from both of those two in the first round in their win over Oakfield. Three ball from McCulley from the corner.
Those are going to be important. One of my keys to the game was McCulley being able to knock down threes from the perimeter, especially early and often.
So here are the Lancers looking to break their seal as Caleb Scouten takes a three from the wing, and it's good. Red hot start for both of these teams.
I tell you what, Elba seems to not want to do too much inside. Looks like a lot of their game is outside on the perimeter. They did a good job of scoring there by Caleb Scouten.
Here's McCulley, looks inside to McDonald, but was off the hands and out of bounds. So 3-3 ball game in the early going. We do have a doubleheader on hand tonight as Keith Shapansky takes a short jumper, gets his own rebound, bounces it to McDonald, who puts it up and in. We have to update after every time.
Okay.
Sorry about that, a little score malfunction. We now have 5-3 in favor of the Irish. Look to the high post to Marcille, but it goes through to Colton Dillon, and he's unable to convert. 1.5 minute gone here in the first quarter as Cody Henry takes it inside, and he's fouled by Colton Dillon. Now, Chad, that could be big. Colton Dillon, the top player for the Lancers, one foul early. You don't want to get in foul trouble if you're Dillon.
Especially not this early against a potent offense like Notre Dame has. You got to make sure you're staying out of foul trouble because he is a very big key to this Elba offense and defense as well.
First one from Henry is good. Increases the Elba lead. Two for two for Henry. So 4-point lead for the Irish. Marcille in the corner, inside to Dillon. Doesn't hit anything and rebounded by Henry.
Elba's got to hit those shots down low, especially in the paint. If they're going to get those free ones like that without being contested, you got to knock those down, especially against potent offense.
So
There's
McCulley for
again.
Three from the corner. It's his second three of the ball game. That's really what got the Irish going in their first round win over Oakfield, Alabama. McCulley's hot shooting from the perimeter, and there he shows a little bit of defensive effort. Coast to coast goes McCulley off the glass, but no good. Rebounded by Colin O'Halloran. Here comes Elba. Colton Dillon with it, driving. And there's a nice strong finish from Dillon. That's what you want to see, Chad.
Absolutely. Nice penetration there by Colton Dillon. Finishing at the rim, did a good job there.
McDonald in the short corner, skips it over to Mark Sanders Jr. That goes out the back iron, rebounded by Henry. No box out there from the Lancers. Inside to Gabe McDonald, and it's up and in, and Coach Chachi Zambito is heated.
Yeah, I would be too on that one. They gave up a really easy dribble drive there by Gabe McDonald. He was able to penetrate it down into Skapansky, and he was able. And Coach Zambito's really getting into this Elba offense and defense right now. because they are really not playing with much energy at all. They are right now getting pushed up and down the floor, and I knew that was going to be a problem. They're going to have to push the pace against a Notre Dame team that likes to set up in the half court.
So, like we thought, we have a fast-paced, well-played game thus far, primarily by the Irish. Here we are, O'Halloran with it. Looking to bring Elba back into this game, and there's a foul. And quickly, we'd like to thank our sponsors for today's ball game, beginning with Rochester Regional Health and Genesee Orthopedics. Genesee Orthopedics here in Batavia, 585-343-9676. So first one from O'Halloran, no good. Seen throughout this tournament, not great free throw shooting from any of these teams, but O'Halloran able to convert the second one. It's now a 6-point game.
This game is going to come down to foul shots. I'm telling you right now, when it gets late in the second half, those foul shots in the first half are going to be important.
McCulley for three. Off the back iron. You can't give him open looks like that. If you're Elba, you got to make sure you're within arm's length of McCulley at all times, especially on the perimeter.
Absolutely. He's got a really quick trigger, and he's able to fire really fast from the perimeter.
Dillon for three from the wing. Good! Boy, if he can get that going, he can be a scary scorer. I'll tell you that right now. And no doubt he's got the ability inside, but what's underrated about Dillon is his ability to shoot the three and make his foul shots.
And that's really what I wanted him to show me today, was his ability to create his own shots and make open three-point shots and not just camp himself down in that lane.
McCulley driving now. In the lane, puts up a jumper, no good. And Colton Dillon with the rebound going the other way. Dillon driving, Euro step, no good, rebounded, Mark Sanders. So McDonald with it now. Into the corner to McCulley. There's Zach Marcial putting on the ball pressure. Short corner to Shapansky. McDonald, short jumper, no good, and once again, no box out from the Lancers. Shapansky able to get a nice putback.
Elba has got to do a better job on the boards. They're getting absolutely destroyed right now, and they're not even really putting in a lot of effort. I think that's what Coach Ambito was trying to issue, was to get his guys to rebound the basketball.
So Marcial with a deep three, and it's good. Tried to draw the foul, but looked like a little bit of a flop, but nonetheless, Elba storming back into this one. It's now a 2-point deficit as Notre Dame looks to get back on pace. McCulley from the corner. No good, rebounded by Caleb Scouten. And now Elba looking to push it. Scouten on the wing to O'Halloran. He really needs to get involved in this game too. Another key scorer for the Lancers, capable of going off for 20 plus is O'Halloran. O'Halloran for three. No good.
Good hustle.
Good hustle from Andrew Hare. That's what you want to see right there on the offensive boards. And there you go again, Dillon with his own rebound, puts it back up, and he's fouled.
Another great job there by Colton Dillon to get to the rack and get to the foul line. That's really going to be really important for his game, to knock down the threes, but also get inside and get to that free throw line. I think that would really help him get to see the ball in the basket and, get a better game going.
And like I said, Dillon, a knockdown free throw shooter, so if you're Notre Dame, you got to make sure a 2-point basket doesn't turn into three, because he's definitely capable of absorbing that contact and creating those and-one opportunities.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Rapone is not happy with the refs there. He really did not like that call. Thought Colton Dillon went over the back a few times.
Dillon, 2 for 2. We now have a tie ball game. 7-point deficit at one point. Now all square at 14 apiece. Tony Zambito for three. No good. Rebounded by Dillon. I'll tell you what, you saw the same thing in the Oakfield game, Chad. Colton Dillon is playing like a man possessed tonight as Andrew Hare puts up a deep three, and it's no good.
Yeah, he's been really playing like a man possessed this entire tournament. Had 31 against Oakfield, just dominated down low in the paint, but he really wants to prove himself on the perimeter in this one.
To the short corner to Ryan Fitzpatrick, puts it up, no good. And Coach Chachi Zambito wants his team to slow the pace here. A tie ball game, time ticking, about 1:40 to go on the game clock. Our clock is about 10 seconds behind. We'll get that updated as Andrew Hare bangs a three, and Elba now in the lead.
I'll tell you what, Elba is knocking down shots from the perimeter. They're doing a great job of it. They're really getting open looks, and they're shooting it very deep.
So McDonald over to Fitzpatrick. Three ball off the back iron, rebounded by Andrew Hare.
Notre Dame getting a lot of good looks from three, and they're not knocking him down. It's going to be important to do that.
O'Halloran to the basket for two. So Elba is really taking control of this game after a fast start from the Irish, who have gone ice cold.
Absolutely. After McCulley hit those two open threes in the beginning, they have not hit a shot after that.
Dillon, three from the wing. No good. Zach Marcial with the effort there, but Ryan Fitzpatrick for Notre Dame able to secure the rebound. So Notre Dame on an extended drought, looking to break that with any semblance of offense. Got to think they might be looking to go to the basket and draw a foul. Do anything to break this dry spell.
I think they're starting their offense a little too far out, and it's really giving them trouble getting it inside in the paint area.
McCulley, fadeaway three, almost at the buzzer. It's no good. So at the end of one quarter, we have a 19-14 ball game in favor of the Lancers. So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors today, beginning with the Gigglin' Pig. The Gigglin' Pig, what a great name for stores. I pull up the ad read here. Gigglin' Pig in Caledonia, New York offers Amish-made solid wood handcrafted furniture that is all made in America. There are numerous styles, wood choices, and stain colors to choose from. Visit their extensive showroom full of Amish hardwood furniture and upholstery by Smith Brothers of Bern. Visit their website at gigglinpig.com. Also, this game is brought to you by Bubba's Landscape. Bubba's Landscape, happy holidays. We have all your snow plowing needs. We do it all from landscaping to shoveling, as well as salting. Set up your snow removal contract today for commercial and residential. Bubba's Landscape, 585-768-6578. This game is also brought to you by Affordable Floor Covering. Affordable Floor Covering, one of our best sponsors this year with 30 years experience in the floor covering business. We have earned the respect of thousands of customers requiring only the best in goods and services. You and your family should expect and deserve this type of service. So here we go, second quarter, three ball, Andrew Gottler.
Elba is really shooting the ball from three really well. They didn't really get a whole lot of opportunities against Oakfield from three, but they are knocking down their opportunities right now, and this gym is loud.
Got to make sure that's your first priority. Okay. I apologize on the camera work. We're getting our clock up and running as we have a travel called on Gottler, so that will disallow the basket. Reset this when you're behind. Right now. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Time under 7:30 to go in this second quarter. 8-point Elba lead. Boy, have they come storming back, and it's all started on the defensive end. Colin O'Halloran to the basket, and it's good. You gotta think Notre Dame's gotta think about taking a timeout here soon, as they now trail by 10. So that man-to-man defense from Elba really locking down the Irish offensive attack as Gabe McDonald is stopped, kicks it out to Mark Sanders Jr., and it's no good. Ball pushed by the Lancers, but intercepted by Sanders Jr.
Tell you what, ever since Coach Zambito called that timeout for Elba, his guys are ready to play.
Fitzpatrick, 3-ball from the wing, and it's good. Big shot from the youngster, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I believe a JV call-up this season. That's a big 3 as it breaks that extended dry spell. Halloran driving, a nice move off balance. Kind of a dipsy-do underneath and contacted, and he'll head to the line. So Chad, as I said before, Halloran really needs to put his stamp on this game, and he's starting to be more aggressive.
Absolutely, and I think that's where he plays his best basketball, is attacking the rim downhill. He does a good job of really penetrating inside and drawing a foul there. A big key for, though, Colin O'Halloran is his ability to hit free throw shots. He's got to hit. He's already missed 2.
Seven-point game now. Halloran could make it 8, and he does. It's the shooter's roll. Fitzpatrick inside to McDonald. Good look. Oh, beautiful reverse layup from Gabe McDonald. Fitzpatrick has played a key role these last couple of minutes. A great pass there, the 3 from the corner. This Notre Dame team is deep, and you're seeing that on display tonight. So Halloran kicks it to the corner to Jaden Hughes driving, and that's a foul. Kind of a weak call there, but nonetheless, Jaden Hughes heads to the line for 2 shots.
Jaden Hughes did a really good job of penetrating towards the basket there, and Elba is doing a really good job of getting to the free throw line. Jaden Hughes played AAU basketball under Batavia legend Justin Washington in his AAU team. I tell you what, he's also got Caleb Scouten out here. A couple other guys that he's been able to coach over the years and put his blueprint on.
So here's Hughes looking to make it a 7-point game. This is that, but no box out from the Irish. And Colton Dillon gets the rebound, and Elba will reset.
Colton Dillon is out hustling everybody.
Inside to Dillon, pump fake, up and in. 3 players surrounding him there, and he's able to get the job done.
Absolute beast down in the post. He really does a good job of being able to create space on his shot and get it into the rim.
Ethan Chadbourne for 3 from the top. No good.
Notre Dame's got to get better shots on offense. They're looking to shoot from way too far out.
Kick to McCulley. Double teamed, nothing but air. I think that's been the key to the turnaround for Elba. They've made sure they've been in an arm's length to McCulley, and he hasn't had room to breathe since that hot start. Inside to Dillon once again. Back out to Gottler. Swing it to Marcial. Inside to Dillon. Double team. Oh, doesn't get the roll this time. Rebounded by McDonald. And that's a big bucket for Notre Dame. 6-point lead for the Lancers. 4 minutes approaching. Marcial over to Gottler. 3-ball. No good. Rebounded by Hughes. Hughes tries to put it up and in. No good. Rebounded by McCulley. And he is fouled by Gottler. Reset it. You gotta hit set.
Yeah.
Jacob Belusio checking in for the Lancers. So now we're under 4 minutes to go here. The first half, and got a hand check there. And
Jacob
Belusio checks into the game and gets a foul immediately. Donald trying to get it to Henry, able to. Good spin move, good finish. Nice move there from Cody Henry.
Yeah, Notre Dame needs to get plays inside more. That's really been their bread and butter all year long, and Cody Henry did a good job of penetrating in the perimeter there.
Jumper from Henry, no good. Sanders came flying in, but unable to get that rebound. And it goes back to Elba. 3:10 to go in what's a 4-point game. Elba was down 7, went up by 10, now up by 4. A lot of fouls being called in the last couple of minutes here.
That's going to be Beluccio's second.
So Halloran will take a seat. Checking in is Colton Dillon. You don't see him come off the floor very often. So here's McDonald. Kick out to Sanders, NBA 3. Around the rim and out. Fought for between Henry and Gottler, but it goes out of bounds, and Lancers will take possession. Marcille penetrating, going all the way to the basket, but can't finish, and able to hustle and get the steal from behind. Oh, but he loses the handle of it, and it goes right out of bounds. A lot of effort, all for naught from Marcille.
Yeah, Marcille's doing a really good job of staying active, especially on the rebounding side. And for a kid who's not very tall, he's doing a good job of getting inside.
2:20 to go now. Donald driving, puts it up, no good. Hughes with the rebound. Dillon for 3, wide open, and it's good! Colton Dillon increases Elba's lead, back to 7.
Tell you what, like you said earlier in the broadcast, but Alex, tell you what, Colton Dillon looks like a man possessed out there.
Inside to Henry, a little too long, but he's able to get the handle. He puts it up and in, 5-point game. Dillon open again. You can't leave him open like that, but this one not even close. Maybe that was a little too deep. Maybe that's what Henry was thinking there.
He did rush the shot a little bit there, too. He's got to get more time to get set and get a good shot off.
Dillon puts it up. This one not able to find the bottom of the net, and there's a foul under the basket.
Notre Dame's got to get a good shot in the half-court set here.
Foul on O'Halloran, his first. We'll give and go there. Fitzpatrick to Sanders. Awkward looking shot, and bounces off the rim and back to Elba. Dillon looking to drive, kicks it out to O'Halloran. O'Halloran to the basket, inside to Dillon. He's having quite the first half.
Yes, he is. And I tell you what, Colin O'Halloran doing a good job of facilitating the offense. Found a great dump down pass there to Colton Dillon. He's doing a great job right now.
Fitzpatrick playing a lot of minutes here in this first half. 3-ball. That's where he hit his first one, but he's unable to hit that. A good rebound from Cody Henry and a strong finish. I'll tell you what, Cody Henry's having himself a half too.
He's being under the boards, staying under there, because he's really the only guy on Notre Dame who's doing a good job of on the boards right now.
Looks like Elba will hold for the last shot here. Jacob Beluccio is the wide open man in the corner, not your prototypical 3-point shooter. Halloran with a little bit of a push off. Notre Dame able to get the rebound. Time ticking, under 5 seconds to go. McCulley will have to shoot it up, and it's no good. So that's the end of the first half. Your score 32-27 in favor of the Lancers. So once again, we'd like to go through and thank our sponsors from today, beginning with Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. Happy holidays from Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. Also, Rochester Regional Health. Rochester Regional Health here in Batavia. Genesee Orthopedics in the same plaza as the hospital. Genesee Orthopedics, growing team of experts, provide advanced comprehensive care when you need it. Now offering same-day appointments at 4 convenient locations. Call 343-9676 or visit GeneseeOrthopedics.com. Also, the Giggling Pig and Bubba's Landscape. As we told you before, Bubba's Landscape offering all of your snow removal services, shoveling, salting, residential and commercial services, 768-6578. That's Bubba's Landscape in Leroy. Also, affordable floor covering with 30 years experience in the floor covering business. We have earned the respect of thousands of customers, requiring only the best in goods and services. 4152 West Main Street in Batavia, 585-345-1108. So we are at halftime. It is a 5-point Elba lead, 8 minutes to go in the break. We'll be back after we take a short break. we're back at Genesee Community College with a little Jackson 5, but Paul Spiata shuts it off and kills the 5. Anyway, we'd like to thank our sponsors before the second half begins, beginning with Bubba's Landscape, also the Gigglin' Pig in Caledonia, affordable floor covering, Rochester Regional Health and Genesee Orthopedics, along with the Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. Without those sponsors, we would not be able to bring you tonight's game, so please reward them with your patronage. So here we are, second half of action, Notre Dame and Elba. Elba currently holds a 5-point lead. What was once a 10-point lead was cut to 5 down the stretch by the Irish as they start off the second half on the right foot. A lob inside to Keith Shapansky and leads down to 3 now. So Elba fell behind early by 7. Kind of started the game like a deer in the headlights, but behind Colton Dillon, they came storming back to seize, like I said, a 10-point advantage. But then it was whittled down to 5 down the stretch. And the key to Elba's comeback, outside of Dillon's effort, has been stopping Notre Dame's Colin McCulley. McCulley started the game with 2 quick 3-pointers, but since then, we haven't heard much from him. Another look to Shapansky, short jumper. And we have a block underneath on O'Halloran. It's going to be his second.
I also believe that Gabe McDonald has to be a lot more aggressive going towards the basket. I think he's settling for jumpers too much. I think he needs to penetrate towards the basket more.
McCulley misses the 3, and 2 of the strongest players on the floor, McDonald and Dillon, tie it up, and it's going to go to the Lancers on the jump ball.
Also 2 of the most athletic as well.
Three-point lead, minute gone here in the third quarter. Slow start to this second half, and there it is, Chad. McDonald to the basket, but he can't convert. There's Shapansky. Rebound from McDonald, stripped by O'Halloran. He saves it. Henry with it, going to the bucket, and he puts it up and in. A great jump stop there as Caleb Scouten was looking to take the charge. A good read there from Henry, and a good hustle on the other end, but Dillon with a little bit more hustle, and he beats the defense all the way back, and it's back to a 3-point lead.
I'll tell you what, this is the Notre Dame and Elba that I absolutely remember. A fast-paced game.
McDonald no good, rebounded by Shapansky. There's not many teams with a matchup for Keith Shapansky. If he can get it going, he's a dangerous scorer inside. Is a beautiful take from O'Halloran. And these teams are going tit for tat now, Chad.
Absolutely. I tell you what, both offenses are rolling right now.
McDonald tried the reverse. No good. Rebounded by Dillon. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Genesee Community College. Both sides of the bleachers packed. As a 3-ball from Caleb Scouten, his second of the game.
Caleb Scouten's really made some big shots in this game. I believe that's his third 3 of the day, and he didn't have this type of impact against Oakfield, I'll tell you that much.
Scouten is one of the unsung heroes for the Lancers. Does it all from defense, rebounding, to obviously putting it in on the offensive end. Ooh, and an ill-advised pass inside to Shapansky. McDonald had McCulley wide open in the corner there. I don't think he saw him, though.
Tell you what, Caleb Scouten is an all-year-round basketball player and is really showing up tonight on the floor.
Kick over to O'Halloran. Has really come on as this game has progressed. Kicks it out to Scouten, looking for 2 in a row. Caleb Scouten, heat check, and a timeout called by the Irish. 9-point Elba lead.
I tell you what, right now Caleb Scouten can't miss. That was absolutely an heat check. You're right, Alex, and he made it. I tell you what, if I'm Elba, I'm going to keep feeding the hot hand. Right now, it's Caleb Scouten. If it goes to Colton Dillon, feed the hot hand. I tell you what, if that's Elba's recipe to success, they're doing a good job of it.
So obviously, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Gigglin' Pig in Caledonia, Furniture, Amish-made furniture, solid wood, handcrafted furniture. Also, Bubba's Landscape. You know all about them if you've watched our broadcast. Great sponsor, as is Affordable Floor Covering. Bubba's and Affordable Floor have been with us throughout the year. And Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York, Medicine and Surgery of the Foot and Ankle, Dr. George R. Vito, Lake Street and Leroy. We'll get you to our other sponsors at the next stoppage. So 9-point lead. Elba really heating up now behind Caleb Scouten. McCulley trying to get involved and able to put that one in. They're going to really need him to heat back up, or I'm not sure they're going to be able to come back from this deficit.
Yeah, I tell you what, Notre Dame's also got to start hitting a couple of threes. They are not doing a good job of getting open looks at all.
Inside to Dillon. Looks like they're bringing an extra defender over on Dillon in the post now. Probably a smart move, as he's been a beast down low all night. O'Halloran to the basket. No good, but a tap out. This one goes to Tony Zambito, running the floor with Mark Sanders Jr. all the way to the rim.
Nope.
Rebounded by Zambito and a nice fadeaway. That's what you got to do. A little guy inside matched up on Dillon. You got to create space for yourself, and that's exactly what he did. A nice rebound and a nice putback. Halloran. Grayson Huntington for three, no good. And we have a tie up there. Foul called on Mark Sanders Jr. I'll tell you what, Huntington has done a lot of the work on McCulley defensively. I believe he and Jaden Hughes sharing those responsibility for much of the game. Now you see C.J. Gottler come in. Perhaps he'll move over to that spot, but Huntington has done a nice job on McCulley as O'Halloran finishes inside. Back to a 7-point lead for the Lancers.
The Lancers are getting quality looks on offense. I think that's really helping them out.
McCulley deep three. McDonald tried to put it back, and he's fouled. 3 fouls on Colton Dillon now. Got to be careful.
Absolutely. They're going to need him for this crucial fourth quarter stretch that they're going to need to have.
Reminder, coming up after this game, we have the large school final between Batavia and Attica. Stream link for that game will be posted about 5 minutes after this game ends.
Notre Dame, again, missing a free throw. They have got to knock down these looks to get back into this game. If not, they're going to struggle to get back into it. But I also like how Gabe McDonald is becoming more aggressive, especially taking it towards the paint. He really needs to do that and try to get Colton Dillon in more foul trouble.
But like Chad said, if you're going to draw the fouls, you got to knock down the free throws, and McDonald able to do that there on the second one. Time nearing 3 minutes ago, and we have a on-the-ball foul called on Mark Sanders Jr. It's his second in about a minute and a half. Notre Dame did not like that call. So Elba already ahead by 6, and Marcial makes it 8.
Another quality look there for Elba on offense, and they've been getting a lot of those tonight, especially inside on the painted area.
Cully, off-balance look, no good. And nice reverse layup from Scouten, but he can't get it to go. McDonald on the charge now. All the way to the rack, able to convert. So it was a 5-point game of the half. We're now at 6, so these two teams have been going back and forth in this third quarter, and this game has lived up to its billing as we have a good one on hand here tonight. Ryan Fitzpatrick checking in, Mark Sanders Jr. checking out for the Irish.
If I'm Coach Rapone, I try to get McCulley maybe on a slip screen or cut outwards towards the three-pointed area.
Yeah, you don't see Notre Dame use many screens. It's kind of a free-flowing offense. They just kind of like to get it in the hands of their playmakers and space. But perhaps you're right, because the Lancers defense has really locked him down since that hot start.
So Colin O'Halloran has got to look to kick outside. He had Caleb Scouten wide open in the corner.
Tony Zambito over to McDonald, looking to drive and doesn't get the roll, but there's Henry. Nice left-handed putback from Henry. So a 4-point lead now for the Lancers, the lowest it's been in quite some time. Irish are in need of another stop. Free ball from Andrew Hare off the side of the backboard. And if you're Coach Chachi Zambito, you got to think about putting Colton Dillon back in this game. I know he's got the 3 fouls, but it is late in the game. It's about to be in the fourth quarter, but perhaps that's what he's waiting for. He wants him to enter that fourth quarter with just those 3 fouls so he doesn't lose any aggressiveness.
I know Coach Zambito, that's absolutely what he's doing.
Inside to Hare, no good. Rebounded by McDonald. Under a minute to go now. 4-point lead. These are 2 big possessions coming up. We have a foul on the floor. Substitutions for the Lancers. Trying to get Andrew Hare and Marcel a quick breather. Free ball from McCulley. That's a good look, but unable to come up with it.
I think Notre Dame tried to go for a 2-for-1 there, trying to get McCulley open in the corner and get another quick one at the end of the game, at the end of the quarter.
4 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. 3 ball from O'Halloran, no good. Moving over the back goal. Coming up on Jacob Alucio. 20 seconds to go now. And Notre Dame may have the last shot. Here comes Grayson Huntington for the final defensive possession, giving Colin O'Halloran a quick break. He's earned it. He's played a solid game here tonight on both ends.
Tell you what, one thing is key is Jacob Lucio has got to just stop hacking people on the floor, and that's what he's doing right now, and that's important towards the end of this quarter. Do not get any unnecessary fouls.
So we're about Henry inside. We have a foul underneath, a blocking call on Jaden Hughes as we catch up our game clock here. There's now 6 seconds remaining in the third quarter. That's the only drawback of doing these games live. It's tough to sync up the game clock with our clock. It's obviously not connected, so sometimes we're behind and doing our best here tonight. Hopefully you're enjoying the game, because we sure are. Henry, no good on that one.
Again,
I'm sorry, Chad. Maybe Elba looking to get a couple more points here before the quarter draws to an end as they put back into the game Dillon as well as O'Halloran.
I know I sound like a broken record, but Notre Dame has got to make these free throws.
Henry converts on that one. And nice hustle play there from Tony Zambito, but it goes out of bounds. It's a big play. Wastes a second and a half. You now only have 4.6 to get a shot off. Got a little chatter going on between O'Halloran and Zambito. That's what you like to see, a little rivalry.
And these two know each other very well, actually both being from Elba. Anthony Zambito is a resident of Elba, but just happens to go to Notre Dame.
Dillon struggling to get it in, lobs it to O'Halloran, but there's Zambito. Now the Irish have a chance. McDonald inside, and it's good! Tony Zambito with the solid defense on 2 straight inbounds. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are all the way back within 1 point. Now, before we forget, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Gigglin' Pig in Caledonia, a new sponsor of ours. I don't think I've seen them this year, so we'd really like to thank all of our sponsors, and as well as the Gigglin' Pig, www.thegiglinpig.com. Also, Bubba's Landscape, residential and commercial services. We have all your plowing needs at Bubba's Landscape. Affordable floor covering, 4152 West Main Street in Batavia, 345-1108. Affordable floor covering, our waterproof flooring. Loves Pets. Also, Ankle and Foot Centers of Western New York. Medicine and surgery of the foot and ankle, Dr. George Arvito. Heel pain, bunions, hammer toes. Call George Arvito today. This is a leftover ad, Chad, so the Whiting Law Firm getting a little free FaceTime here. That was a technical error on my part, but Rochester Regional Health and Genesee Orthopedics, 585-343-9676. A lot of sports injury experience at Genesee Orthopedics. So Tony Zambito, Chad, I know I cut you off there at the end to get the ads in, but what can you say about that defensive effort at the end of the third quarter?
I really like it. I also like how he was trying to get into the head of Colin O'Haron. I think that really works well, especially towards the end of the half where you're trying to get maybe someone to make a mistake, and that happened right there.
Yes, we do. We don't condone any ruthless trash talk, but a little friendly trash talk doesn't hurt anybody. As it looked like O'Halloran may have taken the charge, but instead they call a block. And McDonald appeared to be shaken up on the play. He's well enough to shoot the free throws, I'm sorry. And just like that, Chad, Notre Dame has a chance to take the lead here.
Kind of like Alex was saying, we don't condone too much trash talking, but I'll tell you what, if you're trying to get in the opponent's head, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
McDonald off the back iron, long rebound to McCulley. Henry off the glass, banks open. Irish in the lead. O'Halloran attacking, no good, rebounded by McDonald. And here come the Irish. Elba wanted to travel, but no way. He kept his pivot foot there. Good no call from the officials. It just looked awkward. As McCulley brings it back out, skips it over to Fitzpatrick. That one's short. Now it's Dillon on the run. You got to think Elba needs to get Dillon back involved into this game after a lengthy absence due to that third foul. You got to reestablish Colton Dillon on each offensive possession, but C.J. Gottler says, no, I'll take care of it. 3-ball, Lancers back out in front.
That was an unbelievable shot. A little bit of a risky shot, but C.J. Gottler knocked it down.
3-ball from Zambito off the glass. And McCulley, looked like it could have been an over the back, but no call. McCulley with a 3 now, open room, and McCulley! Count it! The hoop and a harm from deep. Irish back in the lead and a chance to make it 3.
And that's McCulley's first 3 since making the first 2 in the corner, and what a big shot that was, trying to make a 4-point play here. That's a huge swing of momentum for Notre Dame, I'll tell you that.
Colin McCulley disappeared for a while, but he has shown up right when his team needs him. And that, my friends, is a 4-point play. And Notre Dame is up by 3, their largest lead since very early in this game. A little body there from Zambito. And I was going to say this after the Gottler 3. Takes a special player to do that. Gottler does not get many shots in many games. He's kind of a defensive player, but he has the ability, but there's there's other outlets for the Lancers, but boy, he comes up clutch when his team needs him. And that might have been one of his first shots of the game. McDonald, kick to Fitzpatrick, swing to Zambito, back to Fitzpatrick. Good ball movement there from the Irish. McDonald makes it a 5-point lead, and a timeout is coming from Elba. 5:51 to go as we catch up our clock here. And boy, oh boy, the Fighting Irish have fought back, and they lead by 5.
Tell you what, it's been an absolute swing of momentum right now for Notre Dame. They're really getting quality looks, especially in that third quarter. They really weren't getting any quality looks on the inside, but they're doing a good job of pushing the pace and getting Elba off balance. And they've done a really good job of forcing the issue on offense. Try to get good looks, but also on defense, limiting Colton Dillon. But if I'm Elba, you got to start getting Colton Dillon the basketball in his hands. I don't care if he's bringing it up the floor or you're finding him in the paint. He's got to be able to create a shot. He's got to go get his offense back going. I think that'll really help Elba in terms of momentum. But Notre Dame's swinging right now. I'll tell you what, they're going for the haymaker.
What a ball game in this small school final at the Batavia Lions Club Pete Arras Memorial Tournament. Started with a Notre Dame 7-point lead. Then Elba went up by 10. Elba was up 5 at the half. Now Notre Dame has taken a 5-point lead with 5:51 to go in the fourth. Here we go, Elba. Got to get something going here before Notre Dame really starts to pull away with this one. It's been a game of runs. And Notre Dame doing the running now. Hughes inside to Dillon. And over the back call on the Notre Dame defense, and it's going to go against McDonald.
Like I said during the break there, you got to feed Colton Dillon on the inside. That's exactly what they did. I think they're going to look to it again.
Lob to Hughes, but it's turned over, and that's McCulley with the interception. McCulley almost lost it, but able to regain a nice pass inside to McDonald. Back out to McCulley, 3-ball. No good. Hughes gets the rebound. And here comes Elba. Marcille slips, able to get it away.
It's not a travel.
Notre Dame wants a travel. Gottler. Oh, C.J. Gottler. Money in the bank. Shawty, what you drink?
I tell you what, one thing people do not know about C.J. Gottler, he has the clutch gene in him. This kid, ever since that I went to school with him as a young boy, I knew this kid had the it factor. He absolutely has the it factor, and right now he's pulling from deep.
McDonald, short hook. Dillon, outside to Jaden Hughes, 3-ball, long. There's Gottler, but too long of a rebound, and here's Zambito. Easy layup, but he misses it. Three-ball, Marcille. No good. Tell you what, these Elba fans are ready to explode if they're able to regain this lead. The Lancers. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Out to Hughes, looking to drive, jump stop. Nice take from Hughes, but he can't finish the job. 2-point Notre Dame lead. Approaching 3 minutes remaining in regulation. I say regulation. It's the way this game's going, we might see overtime. So we got 3:08 on the game clock. And once again, we'd like to remind you of our sponsors, but we'd also like to remind you that we have a doubleheader tonight coming up next. Batavia versus Attica, Battle of Blue Devils in the Lions Club Pete Arras, Memorial Large School Final. A couple years ago, this tournament went to a 2-bracket format, which is, in my opinion, really increased the excitement. It's brought more teams into the fold. But the burning question is, will Batavia find any competition in the final? They ran away from Leroy in the first round and have really dominated this tournament since the late 90s. So that's really the burning question going into that game. If Elba is able to put forth a strong underdog effort and perhaps unseat Batavia. But before we get to that game, we have 3:08 remaining in this barn burner in the small school final. Notre Dame ahead by 2. McDonald to Zambito, dribbles it out. McDonald puts it up. No good, almost got his own rebound, but squirts away, and Marcille is able to corral it.
Tom Elba, I need a good possession here on offense. Try to get a good shot towards the rim.
You gotta wonder why Marcille didn't give it to Dillon right there. He had his defender on
There he
his
is
back,
again.
but maybe that's why, because CJ Gottler had the hot hand, but this time he's unable to convert, but Elba will retain possession. My opinion, you have Colton Dillon with a defender on his back, you have to give him the ball. He's really disappeared from this one since exiting the game with that third foul. Coach Chachi Zambito's got to find a way to get him back involved into this game.
I think Elba has to do a better job of just getting the ball in his hands and letting him make plays.
He gave it up there. His elbow will look to run a set. It's for O'Halloran, and he drives to the basket, and he's fouled, and now he'll have a chance to tie the game with 2:15 to go. First one is good, 1-point game now.
Home away, right? Home away, right?
High ball game. Approaching 2 minutes to go. Inside to McDonald. Count it! Open a harm from McDonald. Notre Dame regains the lead. Free throw is good. 3-point lead now. Under 2 minutes to go. So 1:48 on the clock. 2 shots for O'Halloran. Can't tie it, but can cut it to 1 here. It's been a well-played game from both sides.
Absolutely. And we're really seeing a fast-paced, up-and-down basketball game of runs. And that's what we've had here today.
Standing room only inside the gym at Genesee Community College as O'Halloran knocks down the free throw. Timeout Elba, 1 point Notre Dame lead. So with a 1 point Notre Dame lead, Notre Dame will get the ball out of the timeout. You got to think Notre Dame will put the ball in the hands of McCulley or McDonald. And if you're Elba, you got to come up with something here, and perhaps the timeout there, maybe they'll set up some kind of a full court press, maybe even a half court trap. I know Coach Zambito likes to do that on occasion, and if there's any time for it, now is certainly that time. Trailing by 1, and down the stretch here, turnovers are going to decide this game.
I think if you're Elba on this possession, or Notre Dame on this possession, like you said, you put in the hands in the ball in the hands, of McCulley or McDonald. I think you try to get McDonald on a penetration basket towards the rim. I think that'll really help. Instead of getting a 3-point shot, I think they want to go for 2 instead of 3 here.
So 1:48 on the clock. 1 point lead. No full court press. Looks like Elba will stay in that man-to-man. They'll pick up at half court. McCulley off the handoff. Ball rolling around. Marcio dives for it. Oh, nice give and go from Henry to Mark Sanders Jr. Back to a 3-point Notre Dame lead. Dillon on the drive. Dillon spinning. Oh, what a finish. Colton Dillon off glass. And Elba's not going away quietly. 1 point game once again. Almost turned it over. Mark Sanders Jr. able to come up with it. It's McCulley on the drive. Oh, and they call a block on Gottler. And the Elba sideline not happy about that. Looked like a charge to me, Chad.
That was a really, really close call. I think the referee went with the fact that he didn't quite have his feet set. To me, it looked like he had his feet set. I don't know if he did, but that was a close one, about as close as it can get.
McCulley makes the free throw. Now it's 4-point lead for Notre Dame. Inside, Colton Dillon. And he's contacted, and that's a foul. And now Notre Dame doesn't like the call.
I tell you one thing, I believe the referees have done a great job tonight officiating this game. They've let them play. They're not blowing the whistle too much. But I tell you what, they've done a good job for this part, for the most part. I'll tell you that.
And as you say that, I think they got this one completely wrong as they're calling it an on-the-ground foul. Dillon was clearly trying to shoot it there. He makes the first, so no harm, no foul, I guess, but it's one of the few mistakes by the officials, in my opinion.
Absolutely, I agree with you, Alex.
Dillon, 2 for 2. I think he's been perfect from the line today, and that's a timeout called by Elba. 2-point Notre Dame lead, 45 seconds, and we will take a short break. A lot of Journey being played tonight, Chad. And I'll tell you what, that's never a bad thing.
Absolutely not. They picked the good tunes here at Genesee Community College.
So here we go, final 45 seconds of this one. 2-point Notre Dame lead. And here is the Elba full court press. They get it into Henry, up the court to McDonald.
Travel.
And that's a travel. What a huge turn of events here, as I was calling for it after the last timeout, but Coach Zambito waits to pull that card until there's 45 seconds left, and what a great card to pull as Elba creates that turnover. Now they have a chance to tie it or take the lead. Inside to Dylan, alley-oop! Tie ball game! Now the Irish will slow things down. 25 seconds remaining. 62-62. Looks like the Irish are trying to hold for the final shot.
Smart
decision.
decision.
Will we have a Notre Dame win? Will we have overtime? McDonald with it now. He will look to attack. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Sanders Jr. for 3. Air ball. Here comes Elba. And O'Halloran is fouled. O'Halloran is fouled. And he will head to the line for 1-1 with 1.6 seconds to go. What a huge mistake from Notre Dame.
That was a big mistake there by Notre Dame, but I tell you what, I've been in that exact situation before. Game against Oakfield, I fouled the player on the last foul. Luckily for me, he missed the foul shots. I don't know so much about Notre Dame. Let's see what happens. Got to make this shot. This is a very important shot for Colin O'Haron.
This shot could win it. Tie ball game, 1-1. Elba leads by 1.
Now the question is, do you miss it on purpose?
1.6 seconds to go. O'Halloran. 2-point Elba lead. Notre Dame timeout. What a sequence as Notre Dame makes a huge mistake, fouling with 1 second on the clock, and that allowed Colin O'Halloran to come down, bang 2 free throws, and it's now a 64-62 ball game. Now, you gotta wonder if Elba will continue with that full court press. You would think so, but at the same time, you don't want to put too much pressure or get over aggressive and come up with a foul yourself. So you have to make sure, if you're Elba, create some good pressure here without fouling. Because if they foul, Notre Dame will head to the line for 2. So, key possession coming up because it will decide the game.
I think if I'm Elba, I run a half-court press. I try to get them to make a mistake maybe in the the half-court set, but I think you try to trap it at half-court. I think full court's a little too risky at this point.
It looks like they will stay with the full court, but it looks like they'll just go man-to-man. 1 second to go. Notre Dame will only have time for a desperation heave. McCulley tosses it to Cody Henry, to Sanders Jr. He's got a good look. Oh, and it's no good. And I'm sorry, I forgot to move the camera there on the final play. Not great work by me, but nonetheless, the Elba Lancers win a great ball game, 64-62. What a great effort from both of these teams in the small school final of the Pete Arras Memorial Tournament.
I tell you what, Alex, that is what Elba and Notre Dame basketball is about. Every time Notre Dame and Elba step into the gym, whether it's boys or girls, It's going to be packed, it's going to be loud, and it's going to be exciting. And we got another thriller for the books here. Elba did a great job of really carrying the momentum towards the end of the game. Notre Dame had all the momentum in the fourth quarter, but Elba slowly started to turn the tide a little bit, and it was towards the end where they did a good job of not panicking like Notre Dame did, but they did a great job of, staying relaxed, not letting the moment get too big. What a win there by Elba.
So, a huge win from Elba against a GR League opponent in the Pete Arras Memorial Tournament. And that'll do it. Elba, 2-point win in the small school final. Look ahead to the next game of our doubleheader, the large school final between Batavia and Attica. My name's Alex Brasky for Chad Kowalik, signing off for just a